This week in Retrospect, we go back to April of 1991, where the annual budget gets released, and residents in Lloydminster voice their concerns.
Mr. Speaker,
a lot of questions remain unanswered about the tabling of last night's budget, but the fact is some areas will feel a definite pinch, including post-secondary education. The province will chop nearly $8.5 million from financial assistance for students. Greg Parkin is the Student Association president at the Lloyd campus of Lakeland College. He says it will take students longer to finish their courses.
Unfortunately, it's going to mean that instead of students taking a 2-year diploma course, they may have to extend a 2-year course to a 3-year, cut back on the number of courses during a semester, and subsidize by working the amount that they're going to lose because of this cutback from the government.
Women's shelters and family violence prevention will receive about $6.8 million. However, that's an increase of only 3.6%, and for a facility like the Lloyd Interval Home, it simply isn't enough.
I don't think it would even cover the cost of our deficit this year. I think it would mean around $6,000, and it's just not adequate to meet our continued increased costs.
One area that is likely to benefit from the budget is the Lloyd Blue Box program. Environment Minister Ralph Klein's department will receive $6 million, and some of that money will come to the border city. Just how much is not yet known. For most Midwest residents, the Alberta budget means a 35-cent increase in the price of cigarettes, a 2-cent increase per liter at the gasoline pumps, and a further jump in healthcare premiums.
I guess maybe they have to maybe raise, I don't know about the gas prices, but I think maybe the healthcare maybe has got to go a little bit, hasn't it?
Healthcare costs?
No, we need it. We need it. The province was in debt. I just wish they wouldn't spend the money, blow the money the way they do, that's all, on foreign paper mills and gifts to their friends.
I just heard that what they did for Medicare was not that great, because they cut back so much, it's going to take a long time to catch up, they say.
I'm moving to the Saskatchewan side. No, I'm serious, like, you don't have to pay for health tax on, like, Saskatchewan side. And as for gas, well, geez, start walking, I guess. I don't know.
And in late March of 1998, the town of Vermilion elects not to have a tobacco control bylaw.
It was a unanimous decision. The town of Vermilion will not adopt a tobacco control bylaw. Town councillors discussed the proposal last night before voting to explore other options.
Council's view is that there's federal legislation already in place. There's some concern about municipalities now having to take over the law enforcement of what could be perceived as either a federal or provincial responsibility. So I think Council was not comfortable with that role.
Councillor Michaud, along with Councillor Lloyd Seath, have been working with the Tobacco Reduction Committee to try and develop some alternatives.
We can hope that everybody would give up smoking altogether, but I don't think that's very realistic. And so I think what we are proposing is probably the, at least in our view, the most workable possible procedure.
The group responsible for the bylaw is the Vermilion and Area Tobacco Reduction Committee. They're worried about the effects cigarette smoke has, particularly on young children.
Our committee is pleased with the recommendation that Town Council has made. We are very disappointed that they have elected at this time not to consider a tobacco retailer's bylaw. However, they have left the option open that in the future, if there seems to be a need for it, that it can be brought forward again, so that's positive.
Council's decision has put an end to months of discussion here in Vermilion, but around town, reaction to the proposed bylaw has been somewhat mixed.
Inspections of tobacco retailers in the community have found a 100% compliance rate with Health Canada's tobacco legislations. Local businesses feel they're already following the rules and don't need any more.
It would have been some inconvenience to us as far as another bylaw and legislation, but really it wouldn't have affected us that much. It was just that this type of bylaw wasn't necessary, and that's the reason we were opposed to it.
Town residents have also made their feelings be known on the issue.
I would have liked to seen it been passed, but I don't think it would have been a good idea because I don't really think the kids would have followed it anyways.
It was kind of foolish, I guess, because you're always going to have younger kids buying cigarettes.
I would like to have seen something against it a little bit for the sake of the young people, but
I'm not prejudiced against anybody. I'm just saying the way I feel about smoking, it's a curse to the human race.
Although the committee did not get exactly what it wanted, it is happy with how things have gone.
It's been positive all along because if nothing else, we've heightened awareness and we've brought the issue to the forefront, and there's been lots of very positive reaction, and anything, you know, our goal is public awareness and education and keep it in the forefront. And I think that we've been able to accomplish that. So.
And that's all for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.